West on the road, and that's not lost on the Wizards. Here they are, coming into the arena earlier on. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Washington Wizards as they play against the Philadelphia 76ers here in Wells Fargo Center. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Now, it's no secret at the end of quarters, players will wait until just after the buzzer sounds to fire up heaves, so they won't hurt their field goal percentage. To encourage a nothing-to-lose approach on these plays, many say it's past time that the league only counts the makes in those situations. Kevin, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is. Do it. Thanks, TA. At this late stage of the season, how hard is it, Greg, for teams not to look ahead to the playoffs and the postseason at this point?
Kevin, just about impossible. I mean, if you're already in position, the trap you can't fall into is easing up down the stretch and backpedaling into the postseason.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Morris and Beal are the guards. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Gafford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Philadelphia, on the block, it's Tucker next to Embiid. Harden out there with Anthony Melton, and it's Harris in at the small forward. Now here's Porzingis. Beal with the screen for Porzingis. Gafford kicks to Kuzma. Back to Gafford. And Embiid with the block. Beal against Melton. Harden outside. Passes it to Embiid. Shoots over Gafford. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist from Harden.
Boy, what a find. Harden's passing skill, incredible. James did win an assist title, you know.
When Joel Embiid entered the NBA, many questioned if he would be able to overcome the devastating injury.
Well, you know, he didn't play his first 2 years in the league. Those questions were fair to ask. I mean, is this guy ever going to get on the court? But once he did, oh my, a monster. I've not seen a big guy do the stuff Joel Embiid can do. It's actually insane. Harden's so versatile offensively. He initiates. He can play off the ball. He can beat you in transition. He's going to get his points. You can bet on that.
Now, here is Morris. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Out to Porzingis. Shoots the three. Good. And it's Beal picking up the assist.
Yeah, you've got to be aware of Porzingis in these situations. I mean, you know he's coming for the three-point revenge there.
Now Harris. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Melton, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Out to Kuzma. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
A reliable stretch four. In this day and age, Kuzma is very valuable because of his three-point shooting.
Harden against Morris. Harden the pass to Harris. Here's Embiid. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. Just 2 to shoot. Off target from outside.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
Morris passes to Gafford. And it's Beal in the corner. Out to Porzingis. Puts up a three. And again, Washington with the triple.
I think you've got to run Porzingis off of his shots. I mean, you can't let him get comfortable because he'll knock him down.
He was all alone on that one. Harden's got 6.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Wizards lead by 1. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
Well, certainly, Clark, the 76ers, the past few seasons, have given their fans plenty to feel good about.
Yeah, and you know, those Philly fans are really hard to please. They have great expectations and knowledge to go along with it. But you're right. I mean, it's been much easier to look on the bright side in Philly recently. The talent and results have been trending up in recent years.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. They've got Kispert. Bradley Beal is out there with Wright. Then it's Avdia. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. Here's McDaniels after the made shot from Bradley Beal. Porzingis with the steal. Wright looking around. Pass to Beal. 6 to shoot. Outside, Porzingis. Here's Wright. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. The 76ers trail by 3. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half. And Harden now, top of the key. Here's Maxey. And it's all evened up. Maxey's got his first 3 points of the game. And we see stars, Clark, that dominate with skill. Others do it more with athleticism. Which would you prefer to build around if you were coaching?
If I had to only pick one, Kevin, I'd like to have both skill and athleticism. But skill is so critically important in any sport, particularly basketball. Guys that can shoot, handle the ball, pass it, and do the fundamental things well. And I think that trumps athleticism over the long haul.
Here's Wright after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Wright with a screen on Maxey. There's Beal with the 3, and it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Here's Harden. Lays it up off the glass. Harden's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, I love watching Harden pat the rock. Has an unlimited number of moves to choose from. Endless.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Some changes for Philadelphia. George Niang comes in for Harrell, and Tobias Harris subbed in for McDaniels. And then for Washington, Kendrick Nunn, he's checked in for Beal, and Monte Morris subbed in for Wright. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Maxey against none. And they get it. And Embiid with the block.
A fantastic defender. Embiid is consistent, not only blocking shots, but going after them as well, especially when he's in the area.
So for Philadelphia, their last game, a win against Indiana. Here's Morris, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on James Harden. It's his first trip to the line.
Team foul. Shooting for Washington, Monte Morris. At the line for 2.
Free throw good for Morris. So he gets them both. Harden against Morris. Maxey sets a screen for Harden. From 13, Porzingis with the block.
That reach of Porzingis is just outrageous. I mean, I love when he uses it on defense to stifle shooters.
17. The winner, 13.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Hey, James, we know that scoring seems to come easy for you. How do you create that mentality out there?
I just like to have fun. You know, it's all for the kids. It's all for the fans. You know, I think that's what we're here for. And so, you know, guys just go out there, compete, have fun, and just play hard.
My family doesn't think it's all for the kids, but I appreciate your sentiment. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up as the season winds down.
Taking a look here now at the 76ers, they've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now comes the hardest part, in the postseason. Every team is going to be gunning for them.
And guys, let's take a look at the Wizards in that first half. Neither side able to build a significant lead through 2.
Their offense is too predictable right now, getting nothing on the interior. They look like Kenny when he's running, unbalanced.
I've got enough balance to outrun you. Let's go. Anytime.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
On the block, it's Tucker next to Embiid. Harden out there with DeAnthony Melton. And it's Harris in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now here's Beal. After the miss from Joel Embiid. Effort is screen on Melton. Beal. To the wing on the left. Screen by Porzingis. Goes back up. Out to the wing. Jacks up a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Porzingis has got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Wizards. Harden the pass to Harris. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Kicks it out to Harden. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Washington. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Porzingis with a screen on Melton. And that one is good from Bradley Beal. Beal's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And there's not an area on the floor where Beal can't do damage. He is a handful for any defense he goes up against.
Now here's Embiid. Even when an opposing defense is giving him everything he can handle, he still finds a way to score. He's averaging over 33 points a game.
Embiid is unstoppable, just too strong for the defense, no matter what they throw at him.
Well, Greg, what can you say about Joel Embiid's growth from a leadership perspective? Pretty impressive, isn't it?
Tremendous, Kevin. Carrying the Sixers with everything they went through, even though he came in second in MVP voting 2 years in a row, no player more important to his team than Joel Embiid.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Daniel House has checked in for P.J. Tucker. McDaniels comes in for Harris. Maxey's checked in for Milton. And it's Shake Milton in for James Harden. 2022, Greg, a year for the Washington Wizards with some historic significance.
And it marks 25 years of the Washington Wizards name being on an NBA jersey. A cool moment for the current players who can look back on this franchise and know they're a part of history.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, Kristaps Porzingis famously earned the nickname the Unicorn for his combination of size and skill. Former All-Star, injuries have held him back, but now a new team presents a new opportunity. KP says, I'm going to take my game to the next level because my body is going to be healthy, and that's it. Well, Kevin, let's hope so.
Absolutely. He has had injuries along the way, but the talent is obvious. David, thanks. And Embiid with the block. 26 seconds left in the third. McDaniels kicks to House. Here's Embiid. Tries again. Count that bucket. Embiid's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Hey, good luck trying to move Embiid off the block. If Joel has position, there's not much anybody can do to stop him.
Porzingis with a screen on Maxey. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. 76ers ahead, leading by a point. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. We've got Kendrick Nunn. Porzingis is out there with Avdia. Then there's Kispert, and it's Morris in at the 1. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Maxey looking it over. Driving to the basket, and he converts the layup. And the 76ers lead by 3.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
On the wing, Morris. Defended by Milton. Maxey against Nunn. Maxey kicks to Milton. Harris outside. Just 5 on the clock. Outside, Maxey launches it. Avdia with the rebound. Wizards trail by 3. Morris outside. The pass to Porzingis. Back to Morris. Porzingis sets the pick for Morris. And that one, good.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Now here is Harris. There's Harrell. Porzingis with the block, and he recovers it. Milton with it. He's against Morris. Harrell, the pass to Niang. His three-pointers off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Avdija.
Knowing his team needs a hoop, Porzingis says, I'll get it done.
And the 76ers call time here. They're down by 1. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. And the 76ers with some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. P.J. Tucker comes in for George Niang. And it's James Harden in for Shake Milton. And then for Washington, Daniel Gafford's checked in for Avdija. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Kispert. And Beal subbed in for Kendrick Nunn. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
Okay, David, thanks. 52 seconds left in the game. Beal, the pass to Porzingis. Lets the three fly. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
Now, here's Maxey.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Washington calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Beal. Porzingis with a screen on Embiid. The Wizards with another miss.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Timeout called, the 76ers. They're leading by 3. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth. And so they foul intentionally.
Washington foul. Montague Morris. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Philadelphia, James Harden. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
You know Harden always looks confident at the line, even in a clutch situation.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Porzingis can't hit, and that's an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
You know, what I respect about Embiid, in addition to his tremendous skill and size, is his willingness to keep working on himself. He's already an elite talent, but if he sees any room for improvement, he'll go to work to make it happen.
Outside, Beal. Will it go? Off target. So Philadelphia wins it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, it's just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much. Here with James Harden. James, this team adds on to its win streak. How important are nights like this as you move forward?
It was huge, man. We did an amazing job. We're continuing to get better offensively and defensively. Guys are stepping up, so We got a long way to go, but we're in the right direction.
It is not where you start, but where you finish. Congrats on the win. Back to you guys.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.